Okay. Oh my goodness. I have myself on mute. All right. Okay. Everything's fine. Stick with me, stick with me, stick with me. Okay. Let me do a redo. Forgive me. A lot is going on. DC, or shall I say in the Beltway, it is completely out of control. Oh, yes. Oh, my goodness. Congress is going berserk. Now, we have Speaker Johnson. We don't know where he lies in between Republican, Democrat, the United States, or does he side with George Soros and his open society type of shall I say oh my goodness, dream type of society to where everything is open and everyone can go wherever they want. Uh, look at New York City. Look at Chicago. Look at LA. Hell, look at DC. How is that going? Disaster. Complete disaster. If you look at my other video, and this is not me saying it, Venezuela did a study. And they found that Venezuela, out of 64 countries, they only tested 64 countries and found out that they were 63 and sometimes 64 of the least competitive nation. Their people are non-competitive, but they come to the most competitive country in the world. That doesn't make sense, but I'll leave it right there. Leave it right there. Now, a lot of action was going on in DC. I went down to Haines Point. I saw between Bolin Air Force Base and also the Navy Yard. Yes, I took photos, not photos, video. And then you can see the type of, how can I say, helicopters that were coming and going. Very interesting. Some coming from the Pentagon, I believe the Pentagon, and some leaving someplace else. There's a lot. Where do I begin? All right. Let me give you one video. Oh, before I do that, I did a short talking about Russian waters and what's going on there. Quite fascinating. Very, very fascinating. And also, I give a little info about Venezuela. So let's go ahead and do the first one. Just stick with me, stick with me, stick with me, because there is so much going on. Where did I put it? Oh, okay, it's on the other one. I didn't mean to put it there, but I did. Okay, here. This right here is at Haines Point, Navy Yard. This helicopter is coming from the Pentagon. Just take a look. Okay, well, that helicopter stayed there for about 5 minutes, right? And then it went up. And then it went on the other side of the Navy Yard. Now, the Navy Yard is huge, okay? Just watch this. All right, you're saying politics with Laura, that means absolutely nothing. That's a nothing burger. And normally I would say you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. It's a nothing burger. However, no, there's a lot to it. A lot to it. Now, I browse through newspapers all around the world, and I just happened to come across this video, not a video, but a newspaper in Moscow. Oh my goodness, it was in English. Well, it said that it was warning Russian waters citizens in Turkey catching flights to anywhere in Latin America because Turkish Air is like, no, we're not taking you anywhere. Nope. I don't care how you get there, but it's not going to be on our flight. Nope. If you get on a big wheel and then you're able to get yourself across the water through big wheel, you go right ahead, but it's not going to be on this airline. Completely interesting. And the Turkish foreign minister gave no clarification of why. So the Russian Waters Embassy in Turkey was telling its citizens, you're going to have to make other arrangements. I thought it was quite interesting. But before I get to that, let me just go ahead and do that. Okay. Hey, Politics with Laura, stick with me, stick with me, stick with me. Here, Turkish airplanes are telling Russians, we're not taking you anywhere in Latin America. Find another way. Now, the Turkish foreign minister didn't give any clear reason. Now, keep in mind, Turkey and Russia were ace boom coom when all this stuff was happening or kicking off with the ukulele country. Now, my question is this: what happened? What's going on? Also, Putin. Check this out. Why are Russian women giving birth in Argentina? Now, I get why what happened in Germany and what happened there. I got it. Why are you doing it? What's going on? What you hiding? I want to know. Inquirer minds want to know. Everybody wants to know. I, and that right there, I want to know. I mean, it's quite interesting, very very interesting, why that is occurring. What's going on? Why did Turkey decide to say no? And for me, I know at some point I'm going to be able to connect these dots. I'm throwing it out there. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. But the movement down in Washington, some of you might say, hey, there's always movement. No, there isn't. Not like this. No, 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 no. I'll be back down there this weekend. And next week, I'll be down there to see if I see more stuff. I'm waiting on speedboats going up and down the Potomac River. I'm waiting to see that because I'm going to get it all on film, and then you're going to find out about it and let you know about it. But let me continue on. Now, Venezuela, I got to just show you this real quick because I don't want you thinking I'm making it up. Okay. And this right here, again, is coming from Venezuela. And this right here, again, is coming from Venezuela. Politics with Laura didn't make this up, so don't be giving me no hate, nothing. All right? If it's anything, you need to go down to the Venezuelan government and you go let them know that. All right, here. And I spoke briefly about competitiveness. Venezuela occupies last place in ranking of economic competitiveness. The people are not competitive. They are not competitive as far as getting education. They're not competitive within the workforce. They're not competitive in any of those things. That's why when I was talking to this Venezuelan, and this right here, now you're sitting there wondering, hey, Politics with Laura, what does this have to do with Joe Biden? Everything. Everything. I've said it in other videos that Joe Biden has destabilized that area. Yes, over the Ukulele country and rushing waters destabilized that. I've done videos and I've said before, you're wondering why that they're bombing hospitals and schools. That's because they put the sites, the black sites in schools. They put them in those areas. Yeah, they most definitely did. And I even have a tape. Oh man, I hope that video is still up. I hope they didn't take it down. But a videotape, an audio of Victoria Nuland, the undersecretary of what's her name? Hillary Clinton at the time, to where she was in 2012, 2013, how they were destabilizing the ukulele country for all of this to come into fruition, because Hillary Clinton was supposed to become president, but that didn't work out. So Biden followed everything through. It is. Go through my earlier works last year. You'll see. But before I get to the other part, let me get these little videos out the way. Now, this is Bowling Air Force Base in DC. Very, very illuminating. Very illuminating. Now, you're going to see a helicopter coming from Bowling Air Force Base. You're going to say, Politics with Laura, so what? What does that mean? Look at the type of helicopter it is. It's about 30 seconds long. Here. Okay, that just went left from Bowling Air Force Base. I don't know what kind of, oh, that's a specialized one. Oh, that's a specialized one. If somebody could please tell me what type of helicopter that is. They've been over there. Oh, you're showing off for me. Thank you. Yes. They were showing off. I was so surprised that the helicopter, came that close, because I'm sitting there like this with my cell phone. I shot it from my cell phone like this. Like this. A lot of movement. Now, yes. Now, over in the Middle East area, there's a lot of movement. Iran threw missiles at Israel. They're going back and forth. And one of the first things that Joe Biden did when he got into office was he ripped up the Abraham Accord agreement. Now, treaty. Now, some of you may say, well, it really didn't do anything. It was really nothing. It was fake. Look, this wasn't happening then. It may not have been to your liking or to what you thought that it should be, but Donald Trump got something in place to where it got the 5 kingdoms, Sudan, Morocco, United Arab Emirates, was it Brunei, and another country I can't think of. All 5 kingdoms were able to keep the Middle East at peace for the most part. And the Israel country was doing business to where the United States didn't have to give it billions of dollars every year to keep it afloat. And yes, the United States gives the Israel country money every year. Not billions. I'm sorry. I think it's 2 trillion. That's a lot of freaking money. For that small little area, all that money goes to them, earmarked for them. That's non-negotiable. It doesn't matter what we, the people, want, because we have to pay that back. It really would be nice if they would start sending some money back, because we send arms, money, everything what they need. Now, yes, we're the ally, but when we're that much of an ally to where we've been giving you everything for the past 70 years, I mean, when does it, when is there a break? When is there a break? So here's another one, another video, and this is it. The last video that I took down there, I took 4. So this is another a video on Bowling Air Force Base in DC yesterday. This was around, I took these videos between 12 and 1 o'clock in the afternoon, within an hour span. Okay, here it is. It's about 30 seconds long. As Bowling Air Force Base, the second one to leave. Okay. Oh, it's coming my way again.
Let me get out the frame.
I don't know what kind of helicopter that is. If anybody knows, please let me know. Now, in that direction the helicopter was going wasn't towards the Pentagon. That was going towards down Potomac River, which goes into Chesapeake Bay, which goes out into the Atlantic Ocean. Now, there are some bases further down on the Virginia side. A lot of action. Now, the guy that was there, I don't know. Oh my goodness. Not Derwin, not Daryl. I'm sorry, I forgot your name. Okay, the next time I see you, I'm going to bring you a lunch, because you said I was going to forget your name, and you were right. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate your subscription. I'll be back down there Monday or Tuesday, and I will have a salad, some fruit or something like that for you. So I do apologize, and I hope you see this video before next week. All right. So there were some specialized planes on both sides, specialized planes. Now, the gentleman was telling me was that those planes carry important people. Now, you know, if the president is on one of the planes, because it will be followed by fighter jets. I was like, oh, okay. Very interesting. Good to know. I'm going to put that in my arsenal of information. So now, I want to get to something really quick. Now, I was blaming a lot of this stuff on King Charles as far as what's going on over there in the Middle East, because he owned that area. That was his land. Now, what I found quite interesting, let me just show it to you so you know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, I thought that Palestine was a part of the British, Commonwealth. And at one point it was. But here, as you can see, Palestine, which became a state of the Israel country in 1948. So 3 years after they get to that area, they immediately become a government. Immediately, a government, not a settlement, but a government. Queen Elizabeth at that time, I think her father passed before, well, some within that time frame. She or her father, King George, had that area. And after the war, that's where they placed them. They placed them right there in Palestine. That was their land. Okay, here, we're going to place you right here. Boom, settlement, government immediately. And then it went from King George owning that area. He gave it up. It says here, Real, this right here, all of it is yours. I thought that was interesting. All of that land became Real's land without the consent of the Palestinians, or shall I say the Philistine or the Philistinians, before they became Palestine. Quite interesting. But let me go back to this real quick. But here, I found this really, really interesting. Somaliland, which was united under the former Italian Somaliland, 1960. I look. I'm gonna tell you this. To my Somalian friends, you can never talk smack at all. It's on. Look, Google is my friend, okay? It's on. Okay. I just had to throw that little shade out there. But with all this going on now, Speaker Mike Johnson, what are you doing? What are you doing? I have this revved up. I hope this works. This right here was 4 days ago. Marjorie Taylor Greene wants him gone so bad. Now you have other Republicans that are on her side now because he pushed through the bill that many of us Americans do not want to continuously sending aid over in the ukulele country because A, they're never going to pay the money back. B, we have no idea where the money's going. C, he was supposed to make a deal and not allow this to happen, but it happened. But this has to happen because Joe Biden, yes, Joe Biden, Joey, yes, you did all of this under Obama's watch. Yes, you destabilized that area. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Okay, sorry about that. You did. So let's take a look or a listen.
Helped the speaker pass $95 billion in aid, including long-stalled assistance for Ukraine and Israel. Johnson telling me he's not going anywhere. Do you believe you will still be the speaker come November? Yes. Yes, absolutely, without question. Yes. Two other Republicans now joining Taylor Greene in her campaign to topple the speaker. The House is in chaos. Part of the reason we're doing this is to get us back out of chaos. Foreign Affairs Committee Chair Michael McCall saying the speaker told confidants he wanted to be on the right side of history.
I think the respect for him has gone way up because it's the right thing, irrespective of his job.
Far-right Republicans angry, focusing on passing strict border security legislation. But those same GOP lawmakers rejecting a bipartisan border bill from the Senate 2 months ago at the direction of former President Donald Trump. In a rare move, moderate Democrats praising the Republican speaker.
I frankly do not believe his speakership is at risk.
But progressive Democrats not jumping at the chance to save the embattled conservative speaker.
Doing the decent thing as allies and friends of various nations and countries, that's just doing the bare minimum.
And Lindsay, Congresswoman Greene has...
And it goes on. And it goes on. Now, I'm going to put this out there right now because I have a belief. If they remove Speaker Johnson, which they're really trying hard to do, there was talk about putting Jim Jordan in his place. Now, Jim Jordan did run, but the Republicans didn't want him. I don't know why. I like Jim Jordan. I mean, he's straightforward. He may be a bit, how can I say, blunt in his words. And he doesn't like any yeah. Just get straight to the point and don't lie. Fannie Willis, you're getting a taste of it. But I digress. But if they get rid of Johnson, Speaker Johnson, they get rid of him, who knows how long that we're going to have a new speaker. Now, if we do not have a speaker, the House can't do anything. Joe Biden can run amok. He can do any and everything because there would be no one in charge to stop him. I got a funny feeling that there is a soft coup going on, and it's happening within our government. It's happening within the Congress. Just a thought. Just a thought. That's all that it is. But on that note, please like, subscribe. Heck, please donate. Politics with Laura on Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal. Please help me out. And I do want to thank you for stopping by.